So, like I said, that we have our two offices. I'm based out of Canada, so we are operating out of two different time zones, and we have our back-end office operations in India. So, and both of these teams basically use Distributo system. So now this company achieves an annual turnover of more than 200 million CAD in North America, South America, and Latin American markets.
Would you recommend Distributo to any trader?
Yeah, definitely, but not to our competition. Maybe to different industries. But yeah, just jokes apart. Yeah, definitely, I would suggest this system to every trader out there. Sure.
All right. So, good morning, Vishal.
Good morning.
Can you tell us a bit about your business and what you guys do?
Okay. So my name is Vishal. I'm currently handling sales for our customers in North America, South America, and Latin American markets. So RP Impex is basically a textile trading company. It was started by Mr. Sandeep Gupta. And then we sell all those goods to our customers in Colombia, Peru, Mexico, Guatemala, Bolivia, Honduras. Yeah, so that's what we do.
So coming to our software, how long you have been using Distributo?
So it was a very good journey that we have, thanks to you, thanks to Blue Sapling. I think if you want to scale up all the information that you need to manage on a day-to-day basis, it becomes a hassle, right? So we started using it around January 2022, and thanks a lot that you delivered everything as per the timeline that you committed, and it's been a wonderful journey so far. And like most of our teammates, like almost I would say, like it's been a breeze now that we can issue those contracts, and the user interface and everything is so much user friendly, and like everything can be done in like, I believe definitely earlier it used to take much more time. The kind of mistakes, the human errors, tendencies which could be committed by everyone. Now, obviously, all those redundancies, mistakes will be taken care automatically through this system. So it's definitely much more useful for the entire team.
All right. Thank you so much, Vishal, for the detailed answer. So you have, I think, already mentioned. My next question would have been, what were the challenges you were facing prior to using Distributo?
See, it totally becomes like, let's say, when you start a particular company, right, there are so many aspects which, let's say, the founder handles himself, right, and gradually the team increases in size. So but as and when you scale up, right, so from the unorganized aspect, like you have to use technology and the system to do everyday operations, right? Otherwise all these aspects could actually consume so many of your time on a daily basis that you could not focus on the main activities, right? So let's
Right.
say if I'm a part of the sales function, this operation aspect, like issuing a new contract or checking what all invoices, what are the payment terms, right? Send like everyone, because every salesperson gets so many emails on a day-to-day basis, so it becomes difficult, right? So if you have a proper system in place, then you can issue the contract. Like if the terms is finalized, you can issue it immediately, send to the customer, they can get it signed, and then in case whatever as per the payment terms, they make advances, right? So it becomes natural that you can try to do much more business, right? Your efficiency is basically consumed on the important activities like sales, right? You can speak to the customers, not on actually the background operational work. Otherwise you need to have many more resources doing that kind of stuff. So, and another major aspect is having all the good and right information in proper, like customer information, and then like your system can generate so many reports, right, at the end of the day, for which, like after every year or every quarter, like every company needs to analyze, okay, what is the kind of sales performance for the company, what's the sales performance for a particular region, what is the sales performance for a particular salesperson. So through these system reports that you have, right, all the data is readily available in the system itself. If one is like and we can download those reports in the Excel sheet formats, analyze that information, see what are the areas of improvement where we did good, how is the salesperson performance. So yeah, so all these things actually help us in growing further, right? We know
Mm.
now that we have the tools and the systems in place
Mm.
to scale it up further. Right.
All right. My next question would be, what's the best thing you like about Distributo, which you really felt ki, wow,
I,
this
I,
is.
I think you would agree would for that that it's so customizable that everything that so in terms of the access rights that you can provide to different sort of users, because there could be different layers in the system, right? So you
Mm.
do not want to give all sort of access to every person, right? There are people at different hierarchies, so
Mhm.
that you have those option to customize, like even the sales order page, you have custom fields,
Mm.
even accessing providing the user rights to people in minute details, like how what all aspects they can access, whether they can
Mhm.
access certain aspects or not.
Mhm.
And like I think that's the best aspect, like it's not a very rigid system, it's a very flexible system that we have.
Mhm.
And it's improving day by day. So obviously
Mhm.
your team is brainstorming a lot, depending on the market situation, depending on the customers industries, because economies evolve, businesses evolve, right? So
Right.
how we operate business today might not be relevant tomorrow. So we what we have to do, like we have to basically needs to understand each other, right? Okay, this is our requirement, and your system, your software should be able to adapt to those new requirements. And I think your system definitely is able to acknowledge, you are able to acknowledge those requirements and inculcate that in the new releases that you have. So I think that customization aspect is the best.
Thank you so much for that. Uh, the next I would like to know about is, how would you describe the support and care you received at the time of onboarding?
Yeah, so I think that is like being more than 100% committed in understanding our business requirement per se. Obviously your team gave us a lot of time, they were committed in understanding each aspect, and then we like training our team, like taking them on board in understanding, okay, what they were doing currently and how after they switch to this system, basically how easily they can do it, right? So
Right.
I would say definitely all team members, like they were really helpful throughout the entire journey that we have been taking.
Thank you for that. Uh, the next things, like, how is the support now, like, on day-to-day basis, like, how is the stability of the system, how is the support you are receiving?
No, I think yeah, it's very good. So, like I said, that we have our two offices. I'm based out of Canada,
Mm.
so we are operating out of two different time zones, and we have our back end office operations in India. So obviously, so like the sales team and certain part of the operations are being handled through our Canada office. Because of the similar time zones that we have with our customers, and then we have Indian operations team basically who coordinates with our suppliers.
Mm.
So and both of these teams basically use distributor system. So primarily the sales team use the system to issue new sales contracts. So
Mm.
obviously, so even though there is a time difference, and touchwood, like so far the downtown has been very less in
Mm.
terms of the system was operational, even
Mm.
if like there were certain maintenance hours, but the system was still up and running.
Right.
And in case initially we need certain support for certain matters, we shared our concerns, and even if like it odd hours for you and like your team members, so most of the times we get a reward, very quick reward, and the issue gets resolved. So yeah, the support system has been very good so far.
Awesome. Uh, would you recommend Distributor to any trader?
Yeah, definitely, but not to our competition. Maybe to different industries, but yeah, no, just jokes apart, yeah, definitely I would suggest this system to every trader out there. They can definitely come, basically see that how basically if they're not using any system per se, or even if they are using any system per se, this system could be very helpful for them to streamline their business operations and to scale it up.
All right. I think, like, Vishal, thank you so much for joining in, and thank you so much for your time. It was pleasure chatting up with you, and thanks a lot for your feedback.
Thanks, Rajveer. It was pleasure. since knowing you and introducing us to this particular system. Thank you.
Thank you.